derelicts. Hanging with those derelicts.
A derelict makes a real long speech. We pay attention to the words he read. A derelict makes a real long speech. We pay attention to the words he read. A derelict makes a real long speech. We pay attention to the words he read. A derelict makes a real long speech. We pay attention to the words he read.
In my room from thoughts upon a mind state you wouldn't understand. Shall I presume achievements consumed by the locusts and doom makes the world think, damn. And this goes on. We fast in the morning and then break till dawn. Findings of new routes lost in the ways. Hey, we live like strays and this crime never pays. Suffering suckers tasking. I never understood why, cause it wasn't mandatory if I live or die. And man, my allegory was so intimidating, and though they knew me, they still kept stepping. Stressing, nah, never no more, I'm mature. There's no room for a grudge, so we trudge to endure. So I let bygones be bygones. From here on down to Saigon, it's forgiven, our time living. Do you ever think you'll understand the Uncle Traveling Dereliktual Band? Man, do you ever think you'll understand the Uncle Traveling Dereliktual Band? Man in a hand, do you think you'll stand the Uncle Traveling Dereliktual Band? Man, do you ever think you'll understand the Uncle Traveling Dereliktual Band? So you have decided, maybe you should reconsider what you've been invited. The taste is kinda bitter to your stomach, get excited. The butterflies tell no lies, you can't hide what you feel. I deal with reality, chill, it's the vibe that you're kneeling to. Shall I be revealing through words, verbs, phrases, prepositions? The celestial, unadulterated, elated, you hate it, R-rated, related to my mind stated. Would embarrass your bare ass, quick fasting in a hurry. Everlasting, fascinating, who's debating? The mate that fate created and was hating. Do you ever think you'll understand the Uncle Traveling Dereliktual Band? Man, do you ever think you'll understand the Uncle Traveling Dereliktual Band? Man in a hand, do you think you'll stand the Uncle Traveling Dereliktual Band? Man, do you ever think you'll understand the Uncle Traveling Dereliktual Band? Twisting the dreads stimulates growth for my headlocks form, symbolizing the oath that I took when I was younger. I fell off in summer, but it's winter, and I'm all here now. So we ease on down the road into a vibe called derelict mode. Sowed what I reap, what I planted. Grew smoke with the crew, don't choke. If you do, you're a joke to the spew. Gotta get it. Won't forget the celestial life that we search. Try and get with it, or what it. We stay, but it is the derelictual man. Either you leave, but I gotta love it. But it doesn't mean we misbehave. We crave the ham bone, but I ain't no slave to the rhythm, and that's how we hit 'em. Dazed and confused, making you an offer that you can't refuse. Do you ever think you'll understand the Uncle Traveling Dereliktual Band? Man, do you ever think you'll understand the Uncle Traveling Dereliktual Band? Man in a hand, do you think you'll stand the Uncle Traveling Dereliktual Band? Man, do you ever think you'll understand the Uncle Traveling Dereliktual Band? drama lurks in the cuts of confusion. Who will be the first to intercede? Penetrating a mind state when an illusion fusion sparks up the fire till the weed goes tumbling down a snowball effect. In fact, affects most men cannot recollect for the sec. You'll be caught up in the mix that's fixed, and your brain cannot maintain the abilities of these eyes whom I despise. Devised a plan, guys disguised to try and be my man. And this goes on to the break of what could I say to them over there unaware, rarely revealing the derelictual feeling. But did they even know that I have feelings? But this be on the normal. I once caught a phone, I said that we was informal. Not good for my health, so I'm going for death. Not good for my health, so I'm going for death. Not good for my health, so I'm going for self. Maintaining, say look out, it's raining, but I see no clouds in the sky. So why be claiming, frontin' on Cain when I wouldn't be hella proud if I died? When able, I sit on the peak with the angels and chill, a Highlander, then hesitate until they reveal the real purpose. Because I got a surplus of friends in pursuit of my loot and a queue for the ends.
Never had real friends till now. Real friends. Never had real friends till now. Never had real friends till now. Never had real friends till now.
How did I do it? Well, I got my Viewmaster and pursued it. All I can say is that I knew it. While you was at the club rolling the L, I was on the third level building on thoughts, avoiding hell. Swelled was your head. First you tried to deny, then what you said concerning the ever turning you in a verse. You in a verse would be pathetic, kid. Canon semantics and let it ride, medic, forget it. And if you said it, admit it. But since I know that you did it, now you won't be acquitted. Quit it, I advise to your crew, cause I'm through with the backstabbing, sample grabbing, voice picking, name having, style taking, non-happening, more bounce me out so weed smoking. Back in the day rapping, cereal with no milk, so what you eating? How my nut and honey is could be as ain't no as a butt.
Never had real friends till now. 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 Real friends till now.
Though I wrestle with the idea of leaving you alone, I just can't get it through my dome. I've got the power to perceive every word that I leave, and yet and still you perceive me as a weave and treat me like a bald head, but keep brushing me off so I'm not dread. Why should I alter my tempo and simplify what is most high? Now if that ain't I, then who am I? Some old washed up rapper with props from the prop masters and a degree on how to suck an MC. I flee from the thought, the concept of a part of me being bought settles in, and then we pretend everything is alright when it isn't. But that ain't the reason we fight, now is it? You say is it? Isn't your fault nor is it mine, but deep down I know that's a line. Cause every time I try and come over, it either says you tired, your mom's home, period. And every time I wanna get next to you, I'm hearing what you got's not for me. You're telling me the same sad story. Baby, maybe you're doing me the way that you was done in the past. I wanna know what's on your mind, but I won't ask, and you won't tell. It's like some fronts and I'm the barge, you know how you wear it. Hell, if I was ill, you wouldn't care it or bear it. And now that it remains a it and not a he or she, just knocking at my fronts. Oh, now who can it be? Not me, just her. Though it's cool, cause I see what you prefer. I wasn't positive, but now that I'm sure that even this woman's best friend is store-bought. Though furs are expensive, cause still there's more plot. Through the extensive studies of you and your buddies, you would rather be with them in the den, bumping uglies and as ugly as the truth may seem. You caught up in the American dream, and every time I wanna come over, You're running the same old drag. It either says you tired, your mom's home, period. And every time I wanna get next to you, I'm hearing what you got's not for me. You're telling me the same sad story. The tree outside my window creaks. The phone rings, I pick it up and then you speak into the receiver. Give me your excuse. I don't belittle myself with whose side is right or whack. Caught in the middle, now that's a riddle. In other words, the games you play are too simplistic. Wrapped up in them childlike thoughts have got you twisted. I mean in a bind. Did I say twisted? My bad. Now where's my mind? I'll rewind and make matters worse. Recalling our past time, occupying space in the same place in the same old verse, only faster. And when I asked her if she wants me, she told tales and said I killed her. Now that was heavy, I'm light as cappuccino, but I guess I wasn't ready to get burned by black coffee. Coffee. Like this.
Through my mind, through portholes, and sort those messages from above. I'll be doing it for the love to be free like a dove in peace. Be my message, then I'll put it in a sentence with others to rhyme with it. Intended for the real hip-hop to arise, and we'll ride and outside to put the bullshit aside so that you can free your mind in time. You will understand that the wind blows and makes the sound of the chimes. And then I'll drop a rhyme in the sign of a Taurus, chorus, instrumental. Could you find my mental? It's essential that you have the potential to rock the initials MC. Why? Because the average MC, he can't even MC, so why he claim MC? Master of ceremony, you better off to let it be and let an MC rock the party while I sit back reminiscing of the days the lottie-toddy. Cause that's when they got on the mic and moved everybody, but as the times change, reps are rearranged, evolved through a bunch of shit. Now I hope they can be saved, cause those schemers and dreamers with beamers all think alike. They all think alike. Instrumental, could you find my mental? It's essential that you understand the lyrical potential. Yo, instrumental, could you find my mental? It's essential that you understand the ways of the world. Instrumental, could you find my mental? It's essential that you understand the lyrical potential. Yo, instrumental, could you find my mental? It's essential that you understand the ways of the world. When the day breaks, my mind takes its course upon collision. I arrive along division, carry the three who be me plus two others. Subtracting all white brothers from the equation. His only interpretation of real hip-hop with some gold frets and leather, factoring out the weather. Now he's a mathematician. I don't laugh at the sight of comp with no composition. I've devised a formula that applies to all users, confuses then fuses voice with rhythm of choice, breaking MC square roots down until it's moist, then understood by second graders. No fate is just the equators within my prime. I use my mind numero uno, you know me as the least common denominator with no denomination. I know no perpetration, just elation to evaluate the word problem that you're facing. I'm erasing most MCs will be that certain task that even Dr. Einstein wouldn't ask. I declared and dared to scared to be prepared for what I have shared to be me, L or E equaling MC squared. Squared. Instrumental, could Could you find my mental? It's essential that you understand the lyrical potential. Yo, instrumental. Could you find my mental? It's essential that you understand the ways of the world. Instrumental. Could you find my mental? It's essential that you understand the lyrical potential. Yo, instrumental. Could you find my mental? It's essential that you understand the ways of the world.
I'm sitting in my room and now I'm looking at the walls. The walls are closing in when yesteryear's when you recall. See, Nola was a solar-heated darling from the west, a red-headed, money-hungry harlot who was fresh. I met her in the flesh on a telegraph lane, pushing apricots in the middle of the rain. I thought to myself, I thought to Uncle Matt, when thinking to yourself, it's meditation, where you at? Now pushing up on honeys definitely ain't my calling. So what was I to say in the middle of May? Please baby, won't you stay, or won't you hang around? There's no reason to have hang-ups, you know we could be down. She wanted to be down, I could tell by her looks. The lyrics was the bait, so then the drama was the hook. I hooked her like a fish, missed her so I cleaned her. Name of Nola, darling, have you seen her?
Nola darling, Nola darling, Nola darling, you don't have to worry about it.
Nola darling,
Nola darling, Nola darling, maybe you and I can swing.
Nola darling,
Nola darling, Nola darling, Nola darling, you don't have to worry about it.
Nola darling,
Nola darling, Nola darling, Nola darling, maybe you and I can swing, love.
I met her on a day that it was hotter than July. She gave myself a wink, I think, and so I said hi. Hello, how you doing? Was hoping me and you could come together. Birds of a feather, they flocked, so I was on a jock like Ike was on Tina. I wanted to hit her, but it was the first time I ever seen her. Although I saw her, I couldn't read her. I'm vexed cause I must face sex is a place I couldn't lead her. Ayo, I ain't the herb you're looking for. So if you're wanting more than I got, you need to find some other bro shot. She said no and tried to deny the whole lot, and I fell for it like the leaves in December. But when the smoke cleared, oh dear, could it be true that she was zooming me? But tell me who was zooming you, and in the end you're gonna lose. And no good news is good news, but still I hope you're happy with the choice you choose.
Nola darling, Nola darling, Nola darling, you don't have to worry about it.
Nola darling,
Nola darling, Nola darling, Nola darling, maybe you and I can swing.
Nola darling,
Nola darling, Nola darling, Nola darling, you don't have to worry about it.
Nola darling,
Nola darling, Nola darling, Nola darling, maybe you and I can swing.
Nola darling.
Raindrops often cause me to think. Raindrops often cause me to think. Raindrops often cause me to think. Raindrops often cause me to think.
Who stole my family credenza? I wonder and wonder, then bleep through life's little blunders. Oops, I went into the earth with no protection, and so my erection precedes me. I leave thee with a song and a thought to avoid systems. Oftenly we smoke pot on the panhandles. I had sandals, but now I see Timbs. But now I can't afford them, so I step with my no-name shoes, sing a no-fame blues that's celestial. In my perimeter, we all want a piece of the pie, where we run adjacent, and so the results often similar. Combining alike terms, figures. If you cross Samoans and some niggas, you would have some more niggas, and this makes perfect sense. Instead of being tense, let's build castles. All of the hassles, shield like clouds, overcast demons out like prayers. I fall in another town, I receive stares like steps. Couldn't be made to grenade these reps. Through repetition, they was dishing and continue with the menu. You're not what we're looking for, but what more could you ask of me? Since we could blasphemy, it's a catastrophe to be signed.
Raindrops often cause me to think. Raindrops often cause me to think. Raindrops often cause me to think. Raindrops often cause me to think.
universe, I find a need to question why things aren't exact in the means justified in the ends on the inner city scenes. I see many different faces, places, traces of racism isn't uncommon. Tags and bags of ism both be bombing to the fullest. On top of trains like ramen, spots get hot, some pull bullets. Fine, it's accepted. I respect and expect it to happen once in a while. In exchange, there's no fronts in my smile. I can't afford gold or to be sold for a wage. My place is a stage of life with rage and strife combined means struggle. The mic receives my trouble. Moved on the double from a life on a triple beam. So now my mind comes clean. Raindrops often cause me to think. 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 Walking in the rain, walking in the rain. The mate that fate created sits on the peak of a hilltop elated. Men's that she crushed last year is not related. Hey there. The mate that fate created sits on the peak of a hilltop elated. Men's that she crushed last year is not related. In form of a shower, I would reach an hour after minute. Every second that you was wet, you know that I be in it. Begin it at the break of your day. Then at dusk, if I must let you out, it's okay. There'll be no questions asked. She'd be out fornicating though without a care in the world, because she knew that I was at home waiting. I told her to wait in the water, but she didn't listen, didn't take it as a diss. Maybe she was hard of hearing, fearing that I wouldn't see her again. I told her to come back anytime she wanted to be cleansed. Her sins were unbelievable, inconceivable, and to top it all off, she was sleeping with my best friend. The mate that fate created sits on the peak of a hilltop elated. Men's that she crushed last year is not related. The mate that fate created sits on the peak of a hilltop elated. Men's that she crushed last year is not related.
The mate that fate created was highly overrated. My friends would often tell me like a chick she was supposed dated, but now I'm glad we made it. In the rink we skated, holding hands and passing by while others rollerbladed. The kissing and the grinding, the hiding and the finding, the whining and the dining, the good nights and the crying. Sad whenever things seemed to go crazy. This girl was amazing and beauty like a daisy, but she seemed to have her days. Had me in a haze, the funky attitude I couldn't phase, so I had to give her up and now I'm feeling kinda blue. Oh, what should I do? Oh, what should I do? The mate that fate created sits on the peak of the hilltop elated. Means that she crushed last year is not related. The mate that fate created sits on the peak of a hilltop elated. Means that she crushed last year is not related.
Stargate. 1955, the U.S. 77 was August the 25th. Then he came to life. This planet, everything has rhythm. On this planet, everything has rhythm. Everything has rhythm. Everything has soul. Everything has meaning. We all must reach our goal.
As he handed me the pen, my brain had deja vu. Examination of the situation was a trap. I held the pen while thinking back to what Jack the Mac had said about a contract. Escape my only task. I stabbed the VP, then ripped off his mask. It was Kane, no time to explain. Backflip through the window, glass and endo, and a small trace of blood left. The A&R gave chase. Radio from a utilities case around his waist to the station. I'm off for rotation. Explanation: Kane was the evil brother, too jealous, and so he had to die. If he was Kane, then who am I? Leaped over the fax machine and tripped over some demos. Saw mine's MJGs and idle modes. I drop one and it explodes. I'm cautious as I'm creeping through the offices. I hear shots in my mother's voice. I page B. I'm on flight 303 first, non-stop to New York. I gave up pork, earthquakes, and the coast that I'm from. In my backpack, a stick of gum, plus some old rhymes that I wrote. The engine broke, smoke filled the cabins, losing pressure. The seat became a flotation device. What good is that? I grabbed my backpack, then blacked up, then blacked out. Ended up on the 8 train, 14th Street. Exit to pick up the 2 to go to Brooklyn. They called it Crooklyn. They gave me daps, I said good looking. I told them I was searching for the perfect beat. We be looking for the perfect beat. We be searching for the perfect beat, searching for the perfect beat. We be looking for the perfect beat. We be searching for the perfect beat, searching for the perfect beat. We be looking for the perfect beat. Scene 2, I seen these 2 members of this crew that I didn't like. Acted like he didn't see me. I hesitated cause I wasn't gonna say this shit, but if I didn't, that wouldn't be West Coast, now would it? So what you wanna do? What you wanna do? We spoke about the revolution, then came to the conclusion that the rhyme was our solution. I gave him retribution plus some styles I wasn't using, but during the confusion, somebody but shots. It was Mr. A&R. Smoke burning rubber from his car. I arose 2 toes, then chose to break left to the train label E on the wall. We go 161. I hit up IZ93. The kids I was with didn't tag, so I reached in my backpack and grabbed a bag of that high-powered metaphoric flower. Phrase it however, it doesn't make a difference. I told them I was searching for the perfect beat. They knew some kids who lived right up the street, Fulton Ave. The heat was getting hot, my feet couldn't take it. I'm thinking these all the brakes of the train skidded to a halt. We joked, I bolted out the back, leaving my blunt, my brothers, and my East Coast contact. In fact, similarity sounded in the mist. I thought the world was about to end, and then I heard this. Some couldn't understand it, so I leave them stranded, stuck like danger. Will Robinson, and it causes me to think. Oh, I would like to buy the world a Coke to drink as I sink into another parable, leaving what is terrible, taking what is righteous. Oh, I might just end this world. Fluctuates, so he who waits for me shall not die. I come like a thief in the night, you a beef in a bite. Bicuspid and cuspid, tear and rip at your flesh. The taste makes me nauseous. Fresh is the West, you be cautious. Caution is advised when I arise
rise disguised. I'm circumcised from the skies. I'm friendly and lies are trendy and catch like the hoops from R&B singles. Spread like the fever. Find out the source and receiver. Mic for effort. I heard like a shepherd that you were spreading rumors. And since bright eyes make good consumers of ideas, I'm causing brain tumors. You're bulls, you're bulls, and now you will never be forgetting. About so-and-so said such and such, cause I'm not jocking any of them. So give me a hint, give me an L, and I'll excel from the shell that I dwell in. Spelling, telekinetic, quotation, poetic, and hella pathetic. In moderations and aesthetics, I should say. Woes me in a rhyme away, I can't stay here, so I enter your ear hole. Taking complete control of your body mind. I can find many ways to define myself and rhyme myself. Life be so inclined to go on like time or a battery. Alkaline say the flattery, I didn't come for your entertainment tonight. Niggas just give me payment. Or the nail holes in my crease is shall release is pain in vain like Christ on a chain.
Oh my goodness. This is how it needs to be all the time. Look at it. It's out. Oh, no. What happened to you are guilty. You know, guilty as charged. Charged. Guilty as charged. Another day. Another day of broke second. Just endless brokenness. Is that a word? Dude, I tried to trade to get some liquor. I gave the man some shoes. No. Of course not. Y'all remember this food? We went to the gas station. This nigga had a sock full of pennies. Oh my. Yes, I had to do what I had to do. He stole it from Preston. That's right. I didn't steal it from Preston. I was trying to take it to the party. I was at a fit. You know, that's my question. But y'all don't forget the side had a hole in it.
Who stole my family credenza, I wonder? I call Rapunzel, she hazes the maze, raising the phrase. Should I be amazed? Not necessarily. The grade I pass with is barely. Rarely could you ever find me, all because I have a spot in my mind can't nobody find. Is the derelict your flotation mechanism? When everything is I recall me ism. I spring to the earth like a seed. In summer I may tumble, but I never played your weed. Free your soul, so you can take control or rather relax your mind, so that you can find time for moving in between. The derelictual with the third never really meant to intervene. Few of us have seen, many of us deaf or even dumb, but all of us agree the time has come. Strive, do all the things to survive. Side if you need to, when you need a ride. Strive, do all the things to survive. Side if you need to, when you need a ride. Strive, do all the things to survive. Side if you need to, when you need a ride. Survive, strive, do the things, catch a vibe. Side if you need to, when you need a ride. Don't Don't you know your mathematics should crack addicts? Have you ever seen the sunset in the east? Maybe it's the beast and you're misinformed. On the other hand, you're accountable cause all of us was born back on when I wasn't that beheaded. Before I knew what was dreaded, once upon a time someone had said it, but we couldn't understand and couldn't comprehend Illuminati. But now I know they're getting everybody, so I play the down low. Dereliktual uncle traveling when unraveling fact, myth, past, the present, future. I don't dispute the nonsense because it wouldn't profit. The subject what is missing really was a worthy topic. Maybe I should drop it. Still the time is drawing soon to act as if the ocean doesn't fluctuate the moon motion. Rather vice versa. Gathers to disperse the information to my nation's people and to my nation's people. Pay attention. Find the intentions of your so-called friends. Cut off the extensions so there's no split ends. Twisting the hair stimulates thoughts come clear to your head as the time draws near. Fear is just a word. No fear, now that would be absurd. It's a derelict, yeah. Have you heard? Strive. Do all the things to survive. Decide if you need to when you need a ride. Strive. Do all the things to survive. Decide if you need to when you need a ride. Strive. Do all the things to survive. Decide if you need to when you need a ride. Survive. Strive. Do the things, catch a vibe. Decide if you need to when you need a ride.
And potato, beer, and weed.
Yeah.
Summer was a doozy. Summer was the number, couldn't slumber or be choosy. Cause people used to choose me, but I was chosen last. So in summer I fell off and I'm tripping off the past. Asking the question, what selections from another man make other complexions? Jam, am I not the broke? Go get it, you can smoke pounds of herb, but that would be absurd. You won't forget the words like eggs, dropped on your mind and it plagues. Heavy like cakes, the weight of the world is like heavy. Ever am I ready but steady is my opponent. I don't own it, so it's deadly. Greater than the greatest space coast, the good news. Just another product of a pea that I grew. P they all pursue. Dereliktual spew. In summer I fall, falling off in summer. People used to slumber. Dereliktual, but they never called my number. In summer I fall, falling off in summer. People used to slumber. Dereliktual, but they never called my number. I am a Jedi Knight walking, mystic man from Derelikt camp talking, but nobody knows the troubles that I've seen. Although I have been right here all along, the song is but a message coming at you wrong. Gone are those who wish upon a star to fall from reality and don't know who they are. Uncle Matt, if you don't understand an act, you don't wanna be the only one who's lacked, though they try and perpendicular. What may seem molecular, the derelict spew is way more than particular. Wait, I think we need a break from the sample. Just an example we create moods full the mood swingers, we ain't no singers. Never lay a hand on my butterfinger, cause if you do, then it's done. Then everybody under the sun won't have to wonder, cause they'll understand I'm falling off in summer. People used to slumber, derelict, but they never called my number. In summer I fall, falling off in summer. People used to slumber, derelict, but they never called my number.
Logic teaches us to guide our reasons directly, discreetly, in the general knowledge of things, and directs our inquiries after truth. It consists of regular train of argument, whence we infer, deduct, and conclude according to the certain premises laid down, admitted or granted. And in our employ, the facts of convincing, judging, reasoning, and designing, all of which are entirely led on from one graduation to another until the point in question is finally determined. So, do you remember the sound of the chimes? Dereliktual. Dereliktual, fool, damn! Well, stop the tape. Stop the tape! Stop!